to dialogue. We want to reason with you. Uh, Before anything, you are a politician. I know that, and I give it to you. I won't take anything away from that. However, the 2023 election, if you agree with me, is by far the most dynamic and the election that will define history in Nigeria. We believe that there are front runners in this race, and we also believe that only one of these front runners will emerge. Now, here is the complication that I want you, Sowore, to think with me. Buhari is from the north and a Fulani man. The presidential flag bearer of the PDP, who is also a front runner in this race, is a Fulani man. I know that no Fulani man will accept one Igbo man to take over from another Igbo man, nor any other tribe whatsoever among the over 375 tribes in Nigeria to succeed each other, to succeed themselves. I know it's not going to happen. So we believe that a Fulani man taking over from another Fulani man will only go a long way to embolden the idea that a certain tribe owns Nigeria. And therefore, for that reason alone, we believe it is for purpose of fairness, justice, and equity. We do not believe that Atiku should be the next president of Nigeria. In the case of the flag bearer of the APC, the All Progressive Congress, they are testing the waters with a formula that we all know to be the Muslim ticket. Well, same argument that goes for Atiku being a Fulani taken over from Fulani is the same argument that goes to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We know for sure that no Muslim northerner, no core northerner will ever agree that one Christian president takes over from another Christian president. They wouldn't even accept a Christian president, talk less of one, taking over from another Christian president. We know that. Now, here is it. Sometimes becoming victorious does not necessarily mean that you must win. Sometimes getting the biggest ovation does not necessitate that you must win that race. I recall one Olympic race where somebody was running and then I think he got muscle cramp or whatever, and then he couldn't finish the race. But he stood up to complete the race, and his father came in from the crowd to hold on to his son, and they both completed the race. At the end of the day, the person who came last got the biggest ovation because it's not about winning. It's about glory. It's about friendship. It's about many other things, but not necessarily about winning. So the reason why I'm talking to you, Sowore, is this. They say politics is a game of number, and you are from the south. Now, you have your supporters, I must give it to you. There are people who believe in you, but let's face it, you and I know that you will not win this election. Not that I wish it for you, but statistics does not favor you to win it. I am in Plateau State. I know that AAC will not even make it to the fourth position here. We've told many states in the north, AAC will not get any remarkable position there. And I'm sure it's the same thing with the northeast. And most north central parties too, I'm sure it's the same thing. Now, this statement is not to offend your supporters, but this statement is about teaming up. It's about backing somebody up. So recall what happened at the PDP presidential primaries when Tambuwal stepped down and urged his followers to back Atiku, knowing that Wike was going to win if something was not done urgently. That is the same thing we do. As Southerners, why don't we ever think of, okay, I know I'm not going to win this thing, but I can win by my attitude, my attitude and my state of behavior can get the same applause I want. The idea that we must always get the title former presidential aspirant or one-time presidential appearance. Sorry, let me take that again. The idea that we always believe that we must be contented with the title one-time presidential aspirant or presidential candidate to us makes nothing. It adds nothing on there. It's only a title that befits you. It's only an exercise that befits you. So the 2023 election is not about individual interest now. It's about protecting the identity of South. It's about protecting the identity of Christians in Nigeria. It's about protecting the identity of Nigeria. It's about instilling equity, fairness, and justice. It's about making everybody in Nigeria, whether you are minority or majority, North, South, Muslim, Christian, traditional worshiper, everybody recognizable in Nigeria. And therefore, we are pleading with you that please, sometimes it is very honorable to step down and say, okay, I am pulling out of this race. Let my supporters go for this candidate. And you know very, very well that Peter Obi is the man to beat. Peter Obi is the one everybody is attacking because he's the one everybody is scared of. Now, Peter Obi is just a candidate that is coming from a rather unknown party. But now he seems to be the one everybody wants to pull down. So that means he has a chance. So why don't you fortify that chance by also advising your followers to support him? At least we know that there could be some form of understanding, and maybe I see you doing very well as is it director of EFCC or chairman of EFCC. I see you doing very well there. So politics is about interest. It's about you give me this, I give you this. So you have something to give. It's not necessary that your population will give Peter Obi the victory, but the idea that somebody is pulling out in support of another candidate gives that candidate for whom the person stepped down for some sort of focus, more light on him. So it increases the goodwill of that man. So and the person who does the stepping down gets more applause. It's a concept that most politicians in the South have never ever considered. So why don't you be the first and get the glory and get the applause? You're not doing it because you fail. Sometimes you actually win from failing. I hate using the word failing, but that's the best word that can actually come to me now to explain what I'm saying. So I really hope you see the sense in what I'm telling you. But as Southerners, such concept that I'm giving to you is very difficult to uphold because we rather fight to the end, even though we know we are not winning, just to get the name. So we don't want you to be a perpetual contestant just to get the name. So we know you have said a lot of things that AAC is bigger than Labour Party. Peter Obi, Labour Party is not the one carrying Peter Obi. Peter Obi is the one carrying Labour Party. Labour Party is just a vehicle that Peter Obi chose to run this race with. I can assure you that if Peter Obi comes to your AAC today, everybody's attention will come to your AAC. And in 2 weeks, the mention of AAC will flood the media space. So it's about Peter Obi. Let our pettiness depart from us now. The pettiness of it should have been me. This attention should have been me. This popularity should have been me. Let it be the popularity. After all, Peter Obi have said, do not vote for him because he's an Igbo man. Do not vote for him because he's from the southeast or because he's a Christian for that matter. Vote for him because he's a Nigerian and a Nigerian who has the competence and capacity. I like to say and pray you really, 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 really take these words of mine into consideration.